In this video, we explore the journey of Prophet Adam, from his creation from clay and the breath of life given by Allah, to the prostration of the angels and Iblis' refusal to obey. We delve into his time in paradise with Hawwa, the whispering of Shaytan, and their eventual descent to earth. The video also covers the beginning of human reproduction, the tragic story of Qabil and Habil, which marked the first murder in history, and how Allah taught Adam the names of all things. Finally, we discuss his death and burial, following the divine knowledge passed down to his children. Join us for the full story of the first human and prophet on earth. Allah created Adam from clay, gathering different types of soil from the earth to make his creation diverse in characteristics and colors. He shaped him with his own hands, perfected his form, and then breathed into him from his spirit, bringing him to life as a complete human being. Allah honored Adam by making him his vicegerent on earth and teaching him the names of all things, distinguishing him from other creations. Allah then commanded the angels to prostrate before Adam as an act of honor, not worship. They all obeyed except for Iblis, who arrogantly refused, claiming that he was superior to Adam since he was created from fire while Adam was made from clay. This defiance revealed Iblis's true nature. Although he had worshipped Allah outwardly, pride and disobedience were hidden within him. As a result, he was cursed and expelled from Allah's mercy until the day of judgment. From that moment, Iblis became humanity's sworn enemy, vowing to mislead Adam and his descendants and turn them away from the path of Allah. Thus began the eternal struggle between truth and falsehood, where life itself became a test for mankind, to choose the path of righteousness and obedience to Allah or to follow the deception of Iblis and go astray. Allah taught Adam all the names, granting him knowledge and understanding to make him worthy of being his vicegerent on earth. He then presented these names to the angels and asked them to inform him of them, but they responded, "Glory be to you, we have no knowledge except what you have taught us. Indeed, you are the all-knowing, the all-wise." Then, Allah commanded Adam to inform them of the names, and when he did, it proved his superiority in knowledge and understanding. This event took place before Adam was sent to earth, at an unspecified time, but it occurred immediately after his creation. It demonstrated humanity's distinction through knowledge and intellect. When Allah commanded the angels to prostrate before Adam, they all obeyed except for Iblis, who arrogantly refused, claiming that he was superior because he was created from fire while Adam was made from clay. Due to his defiance, Iblis was cursed and expelled from Allah's mercy, becoming an enemy to humanity. This event occurred right after Adam was taught the names and before he entered paradise to live with Hawwa. Allah placed Adam in paradise, making it his home where he could live in peace and comfort, free from hunger, thirst, fatigue, or hardship. Then, he created his wife, Hawwa, from his own being so that he would find companionship and solace with her. They were allowed to eat freely from the fruits of paradise, except for one specific tree that Allah forbade them from approaching as a test of their obedience and submission to his command. However, Iblis, filled with envy and hatred, did not leave them alone. He whispered to them, trying to deceive them and make them fall into disobedience. He tempted them with false promises, convincing them that eating from the forbidden tree would grant them immortality or a kingdom that would never perish. Gradually, his words influenced them, and they succumbed to his deception. The moment they ate from the tree, their shame became apparent to them, and they began covering themselves with leaves from paradise. Realizing their mistake, they were overwhelmed with regret and sought Allah's forgiveness. Allah accepted their repentance, but as a consequence of their disobedience, he sent them down to earth, marking the beginning of human life. From that moment, mankind would face a continuous test, choosing between obeying Allah or falling into the traps of Satan's whispers. Allah created Adam and placed him in paradise, then created his wife, Hawwa, from his own being so that they could be a pair and begin human reproduction. After they were sent down to earth, Adam and Hawwa had many children. Their first sons were Qabil and Habil, who were born after their settlement on earth at an unspecified time. At that time, marriage occurred between siblings in order to continue human lineage, where each birth produced a twin, a male and a female, and the male would marry the female who was not born with him. Adam's descendants continued to multiply, spreading across the earth over time. After the tragic murder of Habil, a son named Sheth was born, who later became a prophet and continued the path of guidance after Adam. Generations followed, and humanity expanded, forming the first communities. Adam is said to have lived for about 1,000 years, and after his death, his son Sheth buried him according to the burial knowledge that had been taught after Qabil committed the first murder in history by killing Habil. Habil and Qabil were sons of Adam, and at that time, it was ordained that each son would marry the sister of his brother who was not born in the same womb. However, Qabil refused this rule because his own twin sister was more beautiful, and he wanted to marry her instead. Adam instructed them to offer a sacrifice to Allah, who would judge between them. Habil sincerely offered his best, while Qabil's offering was insincere. Allah accepted Habil's sacrifice because of his piety but rejected Qabil's, as his heart was filled with arrogance and jealousy. Consumed by envy and anger, Qabil decided to kill his brother. He waited until Habil was alone in the fields and attacked him, committing the first murder in human history. After killing his brother, he did not know what to do with the body. Then, Allah sent a crow that dug into the ground to show him how to bury his brother. Seeing this, Qabil was filled with regret and said, "Woe to me! Have I failed to be like this crow and hide my brother's body?" Thus, he became one of those who live in regret. Adam lived a long life, spanning approximately 1,000 years according to some narrations. During his lifetime, he witnessed the spread of his descendants and the expansion of humanity across the earth. He taught his children monotheism and the worship of Allah, passing down the knowledge he had received from his Lord about good and evil. Before his death, he entrusted his son Sheth with the responsibility of guiding people towards the true faith and continuing to teach them righteousness. When his time came, Allah took his soul, and his children mourned his passing. They washed his body, wrapped him in a shroud, and buried him following the burial practices that Allah had taught humanity since the incident of Qabil killing Habil. Thus, the life of the first human created by Allah on earth came to an end, and his descendants continued the journey of life after him.